Oh my god. I just can't stop looking at myself. Oh my god, okay. Hi, ugly. It's me, Bussy, and welcome back to Hot or Rat. And today, we'll be reviewing episode 4 of RuPaul's Drag Race UK Season 3. Our queens were challenged to write lyrics and perform original choreography to a new girls group single called B.D.E. That's big drag energy, by the way. You nasty. And on the runway, category was Night of 1,000 Spice Girls, with the whole episode appropriately being guest judged by Baby Spice herself. We'll be breaking all of that down, and then at the end of today's episode, spilling some hot tea. It seems Willam is backtracking some claims that she made earlier this summer on Hot Goss in a new episode of Hot Goss, and Veronica has finally spoken out concerning the Ahura situation. We've got a lot to cover today, but first, my champions need me. Today's video is sponsored by Raid Shadow Legends. Use my QR code or click the link in the description of this video to start downloading the hottest RPG of all time. You're probably already familiar with the over 600 champions that you can battle with and customize in Raid, but my favorite part of the game is actually the dungeon boss battles. For example, check out this girl boss named Sylvania. She's the guardian of the Spirit Keep. And yes, this 10-foot tall elven goddess is absolutely serving, but don't let her looks deceive you. We still gotta take her down to get some of those sweet, sweet spirit potions so we can upgrade our champions. Doing so isn't easy though, because she can heal 50% of her health every single turn. I like to use Pig Sticker, who's got a heal reduction debuff skill and deals crazy damage. And she pairs great with Roughstone, who's got a max HP decrease skill. Sylvania, sashay away. And speaking of champions and strategizing, let's go ahead and go get ourselves some new recruits over at the summoning portal by using some ancient shards. Ooh. Bogwalker. And if you're looking to get some even cooler champions, then make sure to participate in some of Raid's special events, like the upcoming Halloween tournaments and Fragment Shard events. Oh, and another pro tip, don't forget to click the link in the description of this video or scan the QR code. All new players downloading Raid using my special link are gonna get Chuniru added to their team, who's an epic champion that excels in the Doom Tower. Plus, you'll also get 200,000 silver, 1 XP boost, 1 energy refill, and 1 ancient shard, so you can summon an awesome champion as soon as you get into the game. And make sure to get in ASAP, because you'll only be able to redeem your special rewards for the next 30 days. And once you're in, you can find me under the name Bussy Queen. See you there. Thanks so much to Raid for sponsoring today's video. Now, let's spice up our lives, shall we? First, we'll be taking a look at the Spice Girls team made up of Krystal, Charity, Kitty, and Scarlett. Krystal comes out first, and the tone that Krystal sets for her group is very bitch track number, which I think is appropriate considering the title and tempo of the song, but the judges said they wanted more. She says, sex on legs, she's the face and the grace. Big, tiny waist. I'm fiercer than fierce. I'm the queen of the queers. It's Krystal with a K. Just sit back and watch me slay. Which, to the judges' credit, yeah, I mean, it's a pretty standard verse for a bitch track, but like, what were they really looking for here? Like, at the end of the day, this is a RuPaul bitch track, not Adele's next single. She's honestly done so well in the competition and proven that she's so well-rounded that I think the judges are even struggling to give her critique on how to improve. This performance from Krystal was hot. And her runway, no surprise, does not disappoint. She's doing a Baby Spice look, which is a baby blue coat that she has dragged up, I think made her own a little bit, and dare I say it might be even a tad bit better than the original. I love what she did with the longer pigtails and how she made the silhouette even more dramatic with her crazy proportions and the way the coat is tailored. Hit me, Baby Spice, one more time. This look is hot. Next up, Charity, and after this episode, she might need some. We know off the bat her lyrics are gonna be weird, kooky, and crazy, but did she play it up just a little too much tonight? She sang, "It's Charity Kase, I am the glamour disgrace, the wicked witch of drag. Have I got snot on my face? Yeah, I'm a sinner, gonna be a winner, all dressed up, looking like the dog's dinner. Might be a bottom, but it's hard to top me. Come on, Rue, give the crown to Charity." I think this verse actually started off good, like the first half was really solid, unique, and fun. The second part got a little confusing. It might be a bottom, but it's hard to top me is a really funny line, but I just don't think fit the theme or feel of the song. And then I think she committed the cardinal sin of writing a RuPaul bitch track. Come on, Ru, give the crown to Charity. The number of verses that end with give me the crown, give the crown to me, girl, far too much. On top of the fact that she was like trying way too hard to stand out and be like the different one of the group. Bubble, bubble, toil, and girl, you're in trouble. This was a Her runway though, girl, if I've ever seen anybody do 180 in one episode, she's doing Scary Spice, and Mel B was pretty well known for her leopard and I guess in general cat print looks. Hence what we have going on here. The judges made a pretty big deal of her not looking like Mel B, like not truly giving the Spice Girls fantasy. But the funny thing was that Baby Spice was sitting up there being like, oh my God, Mel B would love this. She would wear this. I loved it because I felt like I was looking at a video game NPC that's like about to give you a side quest, but first you have to solve their riddles. Charity, this look is literally scary and hot. Next up, the Cockney Queen is in the house. Scarlett Harlett. This one I will say I was nervous for as soon as the episode started and we heard what they were doing because we just saw her in the dragathon little situation and not being in time with the rest of her group. Her lyrics went like this: the Cockney Queen's in the house, Scarlett's quiet like a mouse. And like my beep, I'm going in raw, the campiest queen you ever saw. All you other girls get out my pub. Fading to the background, can't relate. Think you're gonna beat me? Pff, no mate. I was like super taken aback watching this when she said the raw line and then confused when she called herself the campiest queen you ever did see, because I guess I wouldn't really think of her being or describe her as a campy queen. So I'm not sure what she was going for there. I think she just wanted something that rhymed. And in general, the lyrics really were all over the place. Like one second we're talking about eating in a pub and the next we're doing it raw. So girl? And maybe she could have made all these crazy lyrics work had she not also forgotten them in the performance and missed a lot of her choreography, which really did hurt to watch, but I'll be honest, it kind of made me love her even more. I was like, oh my God, so relatable. Like when the anxiety gets to you and you literally just blank. Although it was, of course, horrible for her that it happened in front of Rupaul, Michelle, Baby Spice, and was televised to an international audience. Scarlett, feel for you. But yeah, this performance was a rat. And unfortunately on the runway, we didn't really get a redemption from Scarlett tonight. I think this look was headed in the right direction. It's a direct reference to one of Mel B's looks. However, I think the proportions of the boots and dress are just a tad off, which make her entire silhouette look almost too short or tiny. And she's actually quite a tall girl. Plus, she didn't really customize the look or put her stamp on it, which made it feel more like a wannabe instead of the real deal. This look is a rat. Next up, she's got talent and claws. It's Kitty. Firstly, she was absolutely phenomenal throughout the entire episode. She sang, "Lock up your doubts, it's Kitty Scott-Claus, dancing around the street, make you wanna wet your drawers. Birmingham babe moved to London town. Watch out, Huns, I mean to snatch that crown. Material girl with the funnies and sass, knockers for days and a real juicy bringing the camp to season 3. Sweetie darlings, it's all about me." Her lyrics were solid, funny, and I think accurately described herself, and were just bitch tracky enough. This was hot. And on the runway, she has another home run. She's doing a Baby Spice look, which I think she wore on the 2019 reunion tour. It's almost an exact replica, and I love that she probably already had this in her closet. We of course learned this episode that she's not only part of multiple girl groups, but also does Baby Spice regularly in drag. And while this look wasn't customized, like I think some of the other really great looks were tonight, I did appreciate it because the reference was so spot on and exact. Kitty, this look is hot. Next up, team 2, pick and mix, just like Chex Mix. And this group got the mid-tempo version of BDE, which I thought, oh, it's gonna flop. A mid-tempo pop song? Probably not best for Drag Race, but girl, did they turn it out. First in the group is Ella Vaday, and she gave us one hell of a performance. She sang, "Drag beast from the east, it's Ella Vaday. Got BDE and I'm here to stay. Like a singing assassin, I keep you gagging, keep you guessing, baby. Never keep your feelings inside, embrace yourself and show your pride. You're stronger than you know. Make every day Ella Vaday." Ella, I think, does a great job for setting the tone of this version of BDE. This version, instead of being a bitch track like the previous one, is going to be more about self-empowerment and love, with a touch of subtle flexing. And she did great, don't get me wrong. I'm gonna give her verse and performance a hot. However, I have to say, I almost wanted a little more power out of her voice. She really built herself up early in the season, talking about how she got the wicked spot that Veronica had been lusting after. All of that to say, I think I would have been 10 times more impressed had she not set herself up to be such an excellent theatrical performer so early in the season. And on the runway, she is doing a dragged up, customized version of Sporty Spice's look in Wannabe. At first I was like, okay, she's giving me way too much butch. And then I was like, wait, I kind of love it. It was silly, ridiculous, fun, and I feel like we're really starting to see Ella's personality come out, which is nice. And speaking of flexing tonight, did y'all catch those biceps and those push-ups? Ella Vaday, this look is hot and sweaty. Next up, Vanity Milan. In the challenge, she sang, "Vanity Milan, I'ma hit the ground running. Don't shy or hide away from nothing. Live your life, Ha! Do it right. Your skin won't define who you are inside. Never worry about what people say. It's our life. We'll make it anyway. Hey, say it loud. Yeah, say it proud. BDE, girl bow down. Technically speaking, I think her verse did have maybe a tad too many filler words like ha, yeah, and hey. However, she delivered her verse well, had a unique message, and definitely fit the essence of the song. And I think it definitely showed that she had that fire under her ass after being in the bottom the past 2 episodes. Her performance was hot. On the runway though, she is doing Scary Spice as well, but in tiger print. And as much as I wanted to like this look tonight, I can't really commit to saying that I did. Like, girl, it's not right, but it's okay. She acknowledges that it is leaning into like the executive fantasy, but I'm not sure why. This look is very like secretary working 9 to 5, but has to hit the stage at 7. I think to improve this look, she maybe should have had some tighter tailoring on the pants to really give that va-va-voom to her silhouette, as well as not include the corset on the outside of her top. I think it really just looked distracting with all of the tiger stripes that were all over the look and the leopard heels which didn't match. They say a tiger never changes their stripes, so maybe this one should adjust them slightly. This look is a rat. Next up, rolling, rolling down River Medway. Not a singer, not a dancer, I'm not a seamstress, but I do look like a brat doll tonight. It's River Medway. In the challenge, her lyrics were, the river is here, everybody dive in. Loving myself from deep within. Femme every day, I mean 24/7. Missing my mama, but I know she up in heaven. Keep fighting every day, don't worry about a thing or what people say. That's what I really want you to know. Big drag energy for one for all. I liked her verse a lot because she focused on self-love, and it was also a beautiful homage to her mother, who we got a little more context about this episode. River dove deep and it paid off. This performance was hot. On the runway though, I was questioning her passion for fashion. Waist up, she's giving me girl power glamazon. In particular, I love the hair and crown. This is actually a direct reference to one of Ginger Spice's looks. But from the waist down, I'm getting like Richard Simmons' workout video. I think this would have worked a lot better had she done a skirt and given herself a little more of a silhouette in the bottom to round out her figure. Waist up, I think this look is absolutely hot. But let's stop right there because the rest is a wrap. Next up, Spicy Spice. It's Choriza. In the challenge, she's saying, this is my rebellion, this is my chance to take over the world from Spain to the UK. My art is of me, you have nothing to say, you're not ready for Choriza May. And now in Spanish, I'm known worldwide. Tell those tarantulas to stop being bitter. Yes, my accent is thick, but much more is my BDE. Hands down, I think Choriza had the funniest verse tonight, mostly because I was a little bit confused at what the hell was going on, but the chaos is what made it so perfect. The tarantulas translation was also a little strange for me. If somebody can give me the reference to why she said tarantulas, please let me know down in the comments below. Overall though, this verse was definitely unique, just like Choriza is, and I think she brought an element of comedy, camp, and ridiculosity, yes, we just invented that word here, to this challenge that was much needed. Choriza, this was hot. And on the runway, her uniqueness shines through again. She was so successful tonight, I think because she did an iconic reference that everybody knows. Like, girl, everyone has seen Ginger in this iconic Union Jack dress. It could have been boring, but instead, she personalized it, dragged it up, added that beautiful cape with the different colors, the Stone's tights. Did she stone those tights? She delivered an iconic, easily recognizable reference with her own unique drag fantasy. And girl, if she keeps it up, she will be taking over the world from Spain all the way to UK. This look is hot. Overall, I've gotta say, I was so impressed by the pick and mix group. They were all kind of our underdogs of this season so far, and each one stood out in their own unique way, while at the same time maintaining big team energy. Everything that the first group did wrong, the second group did right. Their looks were cohesive, their lyrics all matched, and they managed to both brag about themselves while also spreading a message of love. That said, I will say their choreo overall looked a lot easier to learn. That first group was so fast-paced that, girl, if I had been in that group, I would have been flopping all over that stage and probably doing what Charity was doing, crawling on all fours because I didn't know how to dance. The win tonight goes to the entire pick and mix group, and our bottom 2 are from the other group, Scarlett Harlett and Charity Kase. And I did react to their lip sync over on my Patreon at patreon.com/BussyQueen. That's my members only website where my patron family gets exclusive member benefits like early access to my videos, exclusive videos, access to the Bussy Queen Discord server, and more. Click the link in the description of my video to join today. See you there. The lip sync I think was great from both of them. However, if I had to pick a winner, I would give it to Scarlett Harlett. She just really sold the fantasy for me and was emoting her face in a way that said, I am never gonna let you down ever again. She killed it. Charity, I think, selling an equally as great fantasy. However, it was a little bit masked by her mask. It was just kind of hard to see what she was doing. But Rupaul does use a double save and keeps both of them in the competition. This, I think, being a really perfect opportunity to use a double Shantae because these two queens, from what we've seen so far, are easily top 4 competitors. And seeing either of them go home this episode really just wouldn't have felt right, especially considering Scarlett won last week. Overall for this episode though, I think the judges made all the right calls. The bottom 2 made perfect sense and the winning team also correct. And we'll be covering hottest hots at the end of the video, but let's go ahead and move on to the drama and sip some hot tea. First up, Veronica Green. She did an interview with Tia Coffee where she spilled the Tia about how she really felt concerning the Ahura situation. You know, the one where Ahura said this.
And I would Veronica mean because why? Because she's annoying, she's a little backstage also. She gets kicked out fairly early on season 3, so why not her off again?
And Veronica had up until this point maintained her silence concerning what was going on, but has now said this.
So Ahura has reached out to me privately. I ignored it and then left the season 2 WhatsApp chat. The timing's not right. When I feel ready, I'll talk to her and we can have a proper chat about it and talk about it. Because when it comes to that video, I'm not bothered whether somebody likes me or not. People are free to say whatever they like about me behind my back because people's opinions of me is none of my business. I don't actually hold that against her, you know. It's not nice to listen to when you're being tagged in it by 1,000,001 people. She can say that and that's her right to have that opinion of me.
Finishing the interview saying that she ultimately was more upset with Ahura spoiling her early elimination than anything else. Next up, Willam. In the latest Hot Goss episode with Alaska on their podcast, she's heard backtracking what she said earlier this summer concerning the production of RuPaul's Drag Race UK Season 3. This is what she originally said.
Season 3 of Drag Race was filming over here and they did 1 episode a day. They cranked it the out because Ru had to film something else right after, I guess, the international season.
And now on the recent episode, Willam is saying this.
There's some people on the internet that think that I meant when I said they shot some episodes in 1 day, that every episode this season was shot in 1 day. Every episode this season on the UK season was not shot in 1 day, but there were some that were shot in 1 day. And one of those days was, recent.
And as I said when I originally played that first clip for y'all in my previous Hot or Rot episode, their podcast is called Hot Goss, not Hot Truth. And as it turns out, the goss was only partially true. Allegedly. Which, funnily enough, we actually did get a confessional from Scarlett Harlett this episode, talking about how she'd be rehearsing the choreography for filming the next day. So yeah, the filming schedule might have been a bit more normal than we all had previously believed. All of this, of course, being a great reminder that tea is fun to sip on, but what you see online may not always be the truth. Now, on to hottest hots. This week, my hottest hot on the runway goes to Choriza May. I also asked my patrons to vote for their hottest hot, and they've chosen Krystal Versace. As always, I want to say thanks to everyone that has made my channel possible. That's you, sponsors like today's video sponsor, Raid, Shadow Legends, and my generous patrons. And I want to give a special shout out to Andrew Pritchard and Mark Complete, who've just joined my Patreon at the hot tier. And Lark, Angel, Adeluda, Cyrus, Felicia, Jared Rocks, JB, Joseph, Josh Marchant, JP in Dallas, Laura, Matthew, Maxie Wow, Miss F. Neely, OG Debussy, Rochambeau, Scooby Snacks, Sailor, Steven, Tom Jaco, Tom Young, Triton, Topher, and Bailey, who are all supporting me at my Bussy Queen Collector tier. See y'all later. Love ya. Bye.